It's well known that Fort Bend is one of the fastest growing and most diverse counties in the United States. In a recent 10-year period, the county's population increased 65%. Fort Bend ranks high in many areas, with a median household income 63% higher than the Texas average, and with an impressive 4 out of 10 people aged 25 and up holding at least a bachelor's degree. But what these numbers don't tell you is of a growing gap, a wealth divide. A study showed that while many neighborhoods in the county have almost no children in poverty, in other Fort Bend neighborhoods, more than 1/3 of the children are living below federal poverty levels. Poverty in Fort Bend overall is at 8%, but you can find it as high as 33% in a section of North Richmond or 23% in North Rosenberg. These are areas fighting the stereotype of being on the other side of the tracks, often separated by rail line from the center of the city. In the Four Corners and Town West areas, poverty is 13 to 18%, and like many areas of town, families are living in suburban homes but struggling to make ends meet. In parts of Missouri City, poverty can be as high as 18%. While new neighborhoods have sprung up, efforts are underway to revitalize older, underserved parts of the city. On the far eastern part of the county are the cities of Fresno, Arcola, and Rocheron, where not everyone has running water, and some are still rebuilding their lives after Hurricane Harvey. The Simonton-Fulshire area is rapidly developing, with the population almost quadrupling from 2000 to 2010. But generational poverty continues in the area, and the rebuilding after Harvey has significantly lagged behind the need. In the far western part of the county are rural areas like Kendleton and Needville, which are often called food deserts because grocery stores and other vital resources can be a distance away. You have a senior population that may feel isolated and rely on neighbors who are already stretched. Poverty is often characterized by a lack of security, a lack of certainty where the next meal will come from, and unstable health. There isn't just one face of poverty in the county. Some of it is generational and some of it is situational. Many families are living paycheck to paycheck and are just one disaster, one sickness, a job loss, or a divorce away from poverty. Others have had to go through their savings and never could have imagined losing it all. More than one family in a master plan community has experienced once coming to volunteer and then later finding themselves needing food. Residents often point to a lack of health insurance, transportation, limited job prospects, and broken family relationships as challenges. Many are working multiple low-wage jobs, and a family of 4 making $12 an hour is making poverty wages. About $25 an hour would get them to a living wage. The average family served by Second Mile earns closer to minimum wage, about $7.25 an hour. While material poverty can often be described in terms of limited food, clothing, housing, choices, and time, people affected by poverty are more overwhelmed by how it makes them feel. Feelings of depression, anxiety, shame, frustration, and hopelessness. Feelings of being ignored, blamed, or easily dismissed. Though not always visible, poverty in Fort Bend is real for the girls and boys, women and men who experience it.